and welcome back to another book tasting. Today, we're going to meet Yasmin. Now, Yasmin is a spirited little second grader who is just curious about life. She's always on the lookout for those aha moments that help her solve all of life's little problems. With a huge imagination and a little bit of help from her family, this little creative thinker is always ready for whatever stands in her way. Now, Yasmin and her family are Pakistani, and the author, Sadia Faruqi, does a great job incorporating the Pakistani culture in this book. She even goes as far as putting a few pages in the back so that you get to learn about Pakistan, like that their language is Urdu. You get a tasty recipe from Pakistan, a wonderful, cute little bookmark craft, and you even get a glossary of a few of the words of the Pakistani language, which is Urdu, that Yasmin and her family use in this book. So it's a really great way to learn a little bit about Pakistan and their culture. Now, what I like the most about this book is that there are only 4 chapters, and that each one of these chapters talks about Yasmin's different adventures and dilemmas. Now, the first chapter is Yasmin as an explorer. Now, Yasmin creates a map of her neighborhood, and it actually comes in handy when she gets lost at the farmer's market. Now, have you guys ever gotten lost from your parents? Maybe you just got separated in the store because you wandered off to go look at a really awesome toy. Or maybe you ran too far ahead at the beach and you lost sight of your parents. Yeah, it happens, and that's okay. But as long as you stay put, stay calm, and you yell out their name, you'll be back together by their side in no time. Now, the second chapter of Meet Yasmin is when she becomes a painter. Now, she has a dilemma because she doesn't think she's a very good painter. So she must figure out how to use the skills that she's got to create something for this painting competition that she has at school. It's really cute what she figures out to do. In the third chapter, let me look this one up. Oh, in the third chapter, she's a builder. Now, another dilemma for Yasmin. She has all these tools and supplies in front of her, but she has no idea what to build for her classroom city. Now, everybody else in the class is furiously building and making these beautiful structures, but poor Yasmin doesn't know what to do. But with a little bit of imagination and some creative thinking, she figures it out. Now, in the last chapter, chapter 4, is all about Yasmin being a fashionista. Now, being a fashionista doesn't mean that you have to be the best of the best and knowing all your fashion. But for Yasmin, it does mean being a little bit creative when you're bored. She turns her pajamas into something beautiful, a little bit of flair in there. And when something happens to her mom's new camise, it's Nanny to the rescue. So meet Yasmin. It's such a cute and wonderful book. It's all about girl power in here and using your imagination and your thinking brain. That way you can figure out how to get out of all the dilemmas that life throws at you. And maybe you can get a few tips from Yasmin. Would you guys like to read just a little snippet? Okay. Which one would you like? Yasmin as an explorer, as a painter, a builder, or a fashionista? All right, explorer it is. This is actually chapter 1. And she goes into telling us all about an explorer and their maps. Ancient maps. Here's Yasmin right there. One afternoon, Yasmin sat reading with Baba. A long time ago, explorers used big paper maps to find their way, Baba said. What's an explorer? Asked Yasmin. Someone who discovers new places. An adventurer, Baba said. Yasmin looked at the maps in Baba's book. There were straight roads and curvy roads. There were lakes and rivers and forests. I want to be an explorer, she said. Well then, the first thing you'll need is a map, Baba replied. Yasmin clapped her hands. I'll make a map of our neighborhood. Good idea, Baba said. Yasmin found crayons and paper. She drew their house. Down the street was the market. Near that was the park. This is excellent, John, Baba said, using his sweet name for her. Soon Mama came in. Yasmin, I'm going to the farmer's market. Want to come with me? Yasmin jumped up. Yes! It will be an exploration. She could hardly wait as Mama got her hijab on and purse. Don't forget your map, Baba said. Every explorer needs a map. And there we go. We made it to chapter 2. That was chapter 1. Let's go ahead and move on to chapter 2. The farmer's market. Mama and Yasmin walked down the street to the farmer's market. The air was fresh and smelled like flowers. This way to the farmer market, said Yasmin, pointing at her map. The street was crowded. There were people everywhere. Hold my hand, Yasmin. I don't want you to get lost, Mama warned. Their first stop was a fruit seller. Mama bought strawberries and bananas. Yasmin sat down on the sidewalk and added the fruit seller to her map. Their next stop was a bakery stall. It had all sorts of breads, and they all smelled delicious. Thin ones and fat ones, big ones and small ones. Yum! 2 naan, please, Mama called out. Yasmin added the bakery stall to her map. There were so many good smells and things to see. Yasmin saw a man holding balloons. Down the street, a lady was selling roses. An ice cream truck was parked at the corner. Finally, she found what she was looking for. There's a picture of them at the market. Now I'm going to stop there because it gets pretty interesting at the end of this chapter. So I don't want to give it away because I want you guys to come into the library and check out Meet Yasmin today. That's all I have for this week, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!